Hey, what's going on everyone? It's your boy Redstone9X here and welcome back to another command block tutorial video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do wool armor commands in Minecraft. And what I mean by that is you could probably guess by the title that these commands will allow you to give you a set of wool-like armor that can give you some cool abilities when you wear the full armor set. Now the previous one I did was the bread armor commands. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Link will be in the description down below after you finish watching this video. And now, before I go into more details on what those commands are to make this work, you know the drill. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. And turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that guys, let us start today's video. Okay guys, so here are all the commands are. So it is a good handful of commands into making this all work out, as you see right here. And as always, I will leave a link in the description down below so you guys can copy and paste them into your worlds later on. Now, let us begin. So first off, as always, I'm going to demonstrate how this works. I'm going to turn this on, and I'm also going to get my wool armor right over here. So as you can see, they all have protection 2 on them, so it's not bad. So when you put them on, you get these special shears called sheep shears. And the description says, right-click while in range of a sheared sheep. Note that right-clicking directly at one won't activate these shears. And I'll explain more about that a little later. But first, we go into survival, and let's get shearing. So I've got 6 different color sheeps for the 6 different colors of the rainbow. And by the way, this doesn't have to be with these 6 colored sheep behind me. It can work with any sheep you come across. Observe. So we're gonna start with the red one right over here. So, pretty standard stuff, being able to shear a sheep like that. But, when you right-click while not looking directly at them, like this, as you can see, their wool instantly grows back. And you also notice that the shears were on a bit of a cooldown, so the cooldown for these shears is 6 seconds, so it's not bad. So that means you can continuously shear the sheep, and then when the shears are ready to be used, you can just right-click to make their wool grow back. And by the way, this sort of thing only works with one sheared sheep at a time, and whichever is closest to me too, so since this purple one is near me, its wool pretty much grows back, so make sure you guys keep that in mind. It can only do this for one sheared sheep at a time. So that's that ability. Now let's move on to the next ability, which does require me to get a lot more wool, but good thing I have a lot more of them in this chest right here. And I'm also going to grab some blocks of amethyst. So what you need is 10 pieces of each of these 6 colored wools right over here. And then you need 1 block of amethyst. And then you get this special item called rainbow wool. And what this does is when you put this in the middle of your inventory like this, you get 3 effects. So you get speed 2, resistance 3, and strength 1 for as long as you have this rainbow wool in the middle of your inventory. And of course, if you don't have it in the middle of your inventory, those effects will disappear. So it's pretty good, I must say, for getting around places and also good for combat as well. So let me put these pieces of wool and amethyst away. And I'm gonna grab all this stuff right here. So before we get into the combat test, there is one other thing I need to go over. Is that this armor set does have a bit of a weakness, which involves fire, soul fire, and of course lava. So as you already know, wool is pretty much flammable. So when you step into either one of these fiery blocks right over here, you basically take extra damage than usual. So it's about like half a heart of damage each time you step in fire normally, but with this armor set, I think it's like, I want to say between 1 heart and 1.5 hearts of damage now, if I'm doing the math correctly. But in any case, you just take more damage than usual when in fire, so make sure you guys keep that in mind. And I would not recommend using this armor set in the nether, definitely not. Okay, so anyway. And I guess with the resistance effect of the rainbow wool, it can help reduce the damage you take, but as you can see, it doesn't completely protect you from fiery damage, so make sure you guys keep that in mind when having the rainbow wool in the middle of your inventory. Okay, so now let's get into the combat test. So first up, we got some husks. Pretty easy. So now let's move on to some pillagers. Get in the fire. You get in the fire. Get in the fire. Go on. Actually, I'm just gonna smack you in the fire too. Get in there. Or not, just beat him up with my bare hands. So that was the pillagers, and now let's move on to the vindicators. Should probably get away. The resistance effect is definitely helping a lot, because if I didn't have the rainbow wool in the middle of my inventory, I would have taken a lot more damage from those vindicators than I just did. Okay, so let me quickly eat some more cooked steak. And now I'm going to use my enchanted netherite sword for the ravagers. So, let's get into it. So we're going to spawn 2 of these guys. And they're gone. So you can see the full extent of the wool armor set combined with the rainbow wool in action, as you just saw. And as always, when you are not wearing the full armor set, all of the effects, including the sheep shears and the rainbow wool, will go away, just like that. Okay, so now that you've seen that, let's go over the commands into making this all work out. Oh, and by the way, if you guys are enjoying the video so far, make sure you guys leave a like on this video, and subscribe with notifications turned on. And with that, let's get into the commands, so be back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, so first things first, we need some scoreboard commands into making this all work out. Starting with this one right here. So it's scoreboard objectives, add, and then we do wool_armor right over here. And then here we do minecraft.used::minecraft.shears right over here. And then this command right here simply removes that scoreboard if needed. Pretty standard stuff. So the way with this scoreboard command for the shears is a little bit weird, because you would think that when you right click with shears like they're supposed to be used, it would activate the scoreboard command, but for some reason it's a bit glitched and it doesn't work that way. So that's why you notice that the wool on the sheep didn't grow back after I sheared them and that sort of thing. So basically I had to turn the shears into a consumable item first in order for the scoreboard command to kick in, if that makes sense. Okay, so back to the commands. So now we're moving on to the commands which activates the wool armor set bonus. And like all my other armor videos in the past, make sure the redstone is exactly as you see here. Starting with this one, which will detect if the player is wearing the full armor set. So it's execute at P, run execute if items entity at A, and then we do armor.head right over here, and then put in all the information for the special leathered helmet named wool helmet as you see here. And then in this bit we do run execute if items entity at A, and then we do armor.chest right over here, and then put in all the information for the wool chest plate as you see here. So same thing in this bit, except we put armor.legs, and then we put in all the information for the wool leggings as you see here. And lastly, same thing as all the others, except we put armor.feet right over here, and then put in all the information for the wool boots as you see here. And make sure you set this command to always active as well. So then you have a redstone comparator like this going this way and one going this way, but we're first gonna go this way. So this next command right here gives a special tag called wool armor. So here is just a simple execute at P, run tag at P, add, and then we do wool underscore armor. So this next command right here gives the sheep shears. So it's execute at P, and inside brackets we do tag equals wool underscore armor, and then we do this here. Run item replace entity at P, and then we do hotbar.for right over here with, and then you put in all the information for the sheep shears as you see here. So this command right here activates the wool armor scoreboard. So same first bit as the last one I just showed you, except we do this here. Run execute if entity at E, and inside brackets we do type equals sheep, comma MBT equals, inside these color brackets we do sheared :1B right over here. So this is how you detect if a sheep has been sheared or not. And then here you do comma distance equals 0.5, close this bracket, and then we do run execute as at R at S, if entity at S, and inside brackets we do scores equals, inside color brackets we do wool underscore armor equals 1, 2 dots at the end, close both brackets, and then we do run scoreboard player set at E, and inside brackets we put the same thing as before, and then you put that same scoreboard name here with 0 at the end. So this command right here instantly grows back wool of sheared sheep. So again, same first bit as before, except we do this here. Run data merge entity at E, and inside brackets we put the same thing as the last command I just showed you, Except here, at the end, we want to put sort equals nearest, comma limit equals 1, right over here. And then at the end, we do, inside these color brackets, sheared colon 0b, right over here. And then this command simply resets the scoreboard if there are no sheared sheep in range. So this first half of the command is mostly the same as the one that activates the wool armor scoreboard, except we want to come over here and you want to change this to unless instead of if right over here. And then at the end we just do run scoreboard players reset at a wool underscore armor. Make sure you also set this chain command block to unconditional as well. Otherwise, the command here will not work properly. So now these next few commands right here are for crafting the rainbow wool. Starting with this one, which will detect certain items on the ground. So as you can see, you need 10 of each of the 6 colors of wool, and 1 block of amethyst. So same first bit, except we do this here. Run execute as at E, and inside brackets we do type equals item, comma distance equals 0.3, and then we do if items entity at S, and inside brackets we do nbt equals, inside curly brackets we do on ground colon 1b, close these brackets, then we do contents, mycurve colon red underscore wool, and inside these brackets we do mycurve colon count equals 10. And then in this bit we pretty much do the exact same thing but for orange wool, as you see right here. Same thing for yellow wool. Same thing for green wool. Same thing for blue wool. Same thing for purple wool. And pretty much the same thing for amethyst block. Except we want to put inside these brackets mycurve colon count equals 1 instead of 10 right over here. And make sure you have a redstone comparator like this with a redstone repeater leading into these next few commands in front of me. So this next command right here summons a custom player head called Rainbow Wool. So this first half of the command is mostly the same as the second half of the last one I just showed you. Except we do this here. Run, summon, mycurve colon item, 3 squiggly lines like this, and then you just put in all the information for the special player head named Rainbow Wool, as you see here. So you have another redstone repeater like this leading into these next few commands. So now these next few commands right here pretty much remove the 7 items from the ground. Starting with this one right here. So once again, same first bit, except we do this here. Run kill at E, and inside brackets we do type equals item, comma nbt equals, inside curly brackets we do item colon id colon mycurve colon red underscore wool, comma nbt equals, inside curly brackets we do on ground colon 1b, comma distance equals 0.4. So same thing with this one, except this is for orange wool. Same thing but with yellow wool, green wool, blue wool, purple wool, and amethyst block right over here. So this next command right here gives resistance if you have the rainbow wool in the middle of your inventory. So same first bit, except we do this here. Run execute if entity at P, and inside brackets we do nbt equals, inside color brackets we do inventory colon, and inside these brackets we do slot colon 22b, which is the slot number for the middle of your inventory. And in here we do id colon mycurve colon player underscore head, comma components, and inside these color brackets we do mycurve colon custom underscore data colon, and inside these color brackets we do rainbow underscore wool colon 1b right over here. And then we do this in the second half. Run effect give at P, and inside brackets we do tag equals wool underscore armor, and then here we do mycurve colon resistance for 1 second, 2 for the amplifier, and true for no particle effect. And then this command is the same thing, except this gives speed when the rainbow wool is in the middle of your inventory. So we do mycurve colon speed for 1 second, 1 for the amplifier, and true for no particle effect as well. And then this command is the same thing, except this gives strength when the rainbow wool is in the middle of your inventory. So as you can see, we do mycurve colon strength for 1 second, 0 for the amplifier, and true for no particle effect as well. And then this next command right here deals extra damage to users in fire. So once again, same first bit, except we do this here. Run execute as at R at S if block, and then we do 3 squiggly lines like this, mycurve colon fire, and then we do run damage at P, 1.5 for the damage, and then we do mycurve colon in underscore fire. And then this command is the same thing, except we do this with soul fire. So here we just want to put soul underscore fire in this bit right over here. And then this command is the same thing, except this deals extra damage if you're in lava. So here we want to change this bit to lava right over here. And then at the end we want to change the damage type to mycurve colon lava. So these last 3 commands right in front of me pretty much remove certain tags and certain items when you are not wearing the full armor set. And by the way, make sure you have a redstone comparator like this with a redstone torch leading into them. So this next command right here removes the tag wool armor. So this command is mostly the same as the one that gives you the tag, except here we want to put the tag name here, then you do remove, and then you put that same name right over here. And then this command right here removes the sheep shears. So here is just a simple execute at P, run clear at P, and then you put in all the information for the sheep shears as you see here. And then this command is the same thing, except we're removing the item rainbow wool. So just like the last one, we're just doing a simple execute at P, run clear at P, then you put in all the information for the special player head named rainbow wool once again. And yeah, that is pretty much wool armor commands in Minecraft. And that, my friends, is gonna wrap up for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. And turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that guys, thanks for watching and I'll catch you all next week in the next one. Goodbye!